Hi there. So today I'm going to ask you a simple question. Do you take sertraline or citalopram or fluoxetine? It could be for any reason. It could be for anxiety. It could be for depression. It could be for PTSD. People, as a pharmacist with over 20 years experience in the field, when people are having a new medication, they ask me questions. Some of these questions has to do with side effects, and some of them has to do with this medication work. Now, I'm going to deal with a particular side effect that nobody talks about. I'm going to deal with it in this video, so watch to the end because this is very important. And in this video, I'm going to be talking about why you must be careful in the sun while taking these SSRIs, and 3 things you must do. So, like I said, what are the side effects? I mean, people, the common side effects we all know is about nausea or feeling of sickness or heartburn. But there's a common side effect with fluoxetine, citalopram, or sertraline. People don't talk about it, but this is very important, so listen. Now, the common side effect that you get with 3 of them is fever or high temperature. And why is that important? You know, when the sun is shining, who wants to be stuck into the house? People wants to go for a walk or go gardening or even hang out with friends or even have a bottle of beer or a glass of wine. Or sometimes maybe the sun is not there. You've gone out on a holiday somewhere. So if you're taking this medication, I'm not saying you should stop them, but the truth is that if you're taking these SSRIs, also the fever it causes with the sun, there's an increased sensitivity to your skin. And what that means, you can get easily burned. You get things like skin irritation, rashes, blisters, swelling, and they look like sunburn. So you burn easily because you're on this medication. The question is, what should you do about it? Do you have to stop the medication? Or do you have to stay indoor? I would say no. Because as far as I'm concerned, I mean, you don't see sun every day. So why would you have to stay indoor? You need to enjoy the sun when it comes out. So I'm going to mention 3 things you need to do if you're taking fluoxetine or sertraline or citalopram to avoid sunburn. Now, before I carry on about these 3 things, I'm going to ask you a question. I'm going to ask, have you subscribed? Please, I'll be so grateful if you can hit that subscribe button and notification button. Thank you so much for doing that. So what are the 3 things you need to do? Number 1 is this. When you go out for a walk or when you go out for gardening, please wear a light clothing to cover your skin. This is important so that you won't get sunburn. Number 2 is if you're on holiday or if you decide to hang out in the garden or hang out with friends, having a beer and soaking the sun in, make sure you put this a very high SPF sunscreen protection. I would recommend that you put a sunscreen that is at least SPF 50. That will protect your sun, and do that more frequently. The question is, how frequent are you going to put it on? See, the people don't realize that when you put on sunscreen, how often you need to put it. I would say every 2 hours is how often you should put on your sunscreen. Number 3 is reduce how long you stay in the sun. I know you love the sun. So the thing is that if you are planning to stay in the sun for, say, up to 6 hours, I would suggest you reduce that to 3 hours. By reducing the amount of time you stay in the sun, then you'll be saving your skin, literally. Now, before you clock out, I'm going to ask you a question. Do you know the best medication you can take for anxiety? I'm going to leave a link in the description. Click on the link and we'll take you to the best medication you need to take for anxiety. Thank you again for watching, and goodbye.